In Tokyo, the trains stop running about 12 o'clock. So if you're out partying, you miss that last train.
You're stuck in town. Come to a capsule hotel.
Right.
This would be what they call a love hotel, right? Where people come for a couple hours instead of a whole evening.
Japanese houses are so small, the walls are so thin, the rooms are so small that you need a little privacy, and you have to come to a place like this to get it.
So it's not necessarily a place where you're going to bring a prostitute. You could bring your wife here. You just need a little privacy from the kids, from the neighbors.
Exactly. These are not necessarily hot pillow joints.
Okay, so the love hotels aren't what they sound like. But the truth is that the sex industry is alive and well in Tokyo, as the most cursory investigation will reveal. And don't get the idea that it's only women selling their services. There's a pretty healthy gigolo trade as well. Expatriates like Peter Serafin were by no means the only Chicago export in Tokyo. Take, for instance, this trendy store in the heart of the Takeshita shopping district. Or this Frank Lloyd Wright building we found in a residential neighborhood. But our hometown's biggest imprint on Tokyo seems to be music. More specifically, the blues. Why, they've even co-opted a club name you might have heard of.
Basically what they do is they memorize the lyrics. They really don't know exactly what they mean.
I got my mojo working. They have no idea what a mojo is, and
They have no idea.
I've got a little woman. She got money, my chalk.
Naomi, owner of Blues House Chicago and Checkerboard Lounge.
Hi.
And I see the T-shirt. I like the T-shirt from South Chicago. What blues bars do you go to when you come to Chicago?
Kingston Mines,
Kingston Mines.
Bodegas Legend.
Pass by the junction, beef to the door. She was doing a boogie-woogie in the middle of the floor. Come see me high.
You played some blues standards, some really great songs. Did you know what you were singing? You understand the lyrics when you sing them? Did you understand that question?
Going up, going down, going up, down, down, up. Anyway, wanna let it go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Got me doing what you want me, baby. Why you wanna let it go?
It's a very small bar in there.
Yes, yes.
And in some cases, when somebody's got to go to the bathroom, you've got to stop playing, don't you? Because
Stop.
I'm used to it. Got me doing what you want me, baby. Why you wanna let it go?
Your nightlife alternatives in Tokyo go way beyond music clubs and include an international smorgasbord of entertainers. For instance, we found an Australian stand-up comic who works in both English and Japanese, and whose name is as funny as his act.
Put your hands together for Cloudy B. Bongwater.
All right. You foreigners out there, you've got to be careful with your Japanese, because there are things in Japanese that sound exactly the same that have very, very different meanings. Here's how to say, I'd like to know your telephone number. Denwa bango shiritai nandesu kedo. Now here's how to say, telephone number, my ass hurts. Denwa bango shiritai desu kedo.
Did we mention that Mr. Bongwater has a pet vacuum cleaner named Eric that he takes everywhere he goes? In this case, he was going back to his apartment and invited us along. I think you might have the only pet that I've seen in Tokyo, and it's a vacuum cleaner.
Yes.
They don't believe in dogs and cats, do they?
Well, they do, but the dogs here are really wimpy. They're like little rats. They put blankets on them. Japan is hilarious. There are so many things that go on every day that you just wouldn't believe, you know, and it's a comedian's dream. I think we'd have to start with the trains. I mean, there's no personal space here in Japan. In Japanese tradition, you have to be introduced by a third party. So everybody sits with everybody else's face right in their own face, not saying a word. It's weird. Japan, as far as equality between the sexes, is in the Stone Age. Women here, at one time or another, have a man's hands on their body, you know, up the skirt, on the legs, certainly on the bum, on the bosom. 95% of my friends have had that experience on the train with men. Some girls have had 3 sets of hands on them. It wouldn't happen for foreign girls here, no, because Japanese guys know that the foreign women will either scream, stand on their foot, or elbow them.
This is a unique apartment you have here, but it's not unique in terms of space.
You don't need a lot of space, but you must be very careful with your own space.
You haven't been extremely careful with your space. I mean, you've pretty much thrown a lot of stuff on the wall here.
Well, it's taken quite a long time. You see, for example, the wall here. Now, these little squares of coloured paper here are actually the outside coverings of toilet rolls that you get here in Japan. I love toilets. Oh, to a toilet. Toilet, oh, toilet. And something that rhymes with toilet.
Every major world city has its share of museums, and Tokyo is no exception. We gravitated to smaller, less heralded collections, and thus we found ourselves at the Meguro Parasite Museum, where the parasites on display have the power to fascinate and sometimes disgust. There were several helpful diagrams and even an interactive exhibit. Who knew that a tapeworm could grow to this length? After exiting through the gift shop, it was on to the Eyeglass Museum, where every imaginable style of eyewear was available for inspection. But as intriguing as the world of optometry can be, we were anxious to get to our next stop, the Toto Urinal Museum. All right, it isn't a museum, but the Toto Superstore's array of toilets can provide hours of enjoyment. Heck, it took me 45 minutes just to get through their owner's manual. As for interactive exhibits, let's just say that the Japanese outdo even cloudy Bongwater in their reverence for the commode.